now the Bridgnorth Pod with Dan Bradley and John Garbett.
Hello everybody and welcome to the second edition of the Bridgnorth Pod. That was almost an a cappella harmony.
It's a bit cheesy, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what's new in town then, Dan?
Well, I've heard news that they're changing the Bridgnorth parking charges from the 3rd of December.
Are they?
Yeah, if you come into town on a Sunday from the 3rd of December, you'll find that the parking charges have been halved.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. They're adjusting bank holidays as well, aren't they?
It's going to be completely free to park on a bank holiday.
Completely free.
Completely free. Quite a lot of people tend to get caught out by that.
That's almost as cheap as my drive. Yeah. Although only I can park on my drive.
That's a good point.
You're not welcome to.
I'm not going to park on your drive, John.
Good. Jolly good. Potentially it could make town a lot busier.
Ah, yes. There's already parking difficulties in Bridgnorth, isn't there, John?
Yeah.
So it's going to make it a lot harder to park.
But you can see their thinking with it. It's clearly they're trying to
attract a lot more
attract people into town, try and get people to support the local businesses rather than a lot of people at Christmas go over to Telford, walk around the town centre for hours on end. Because
people underestimate Bridgnorth, don't they, John? I
don't think people underestimate Bridgnorth. Okay. If you go through town on a bank holiday, it's pretty damn busy. It's a popular town. People's general consensus on a bank holiday seems to be, if it's a nice day, let's go to Bridgnorth.
So later on in the podcast, we're going to be interviewing Graham Clews.
We are. He's the special guest.
He's from Moonshine Runners.
And Thunder Days and other such projects.
Graham Clews Band. He's a soloist as well, John.
Yes, does his own stuff.
In the meantime, everyone's looking forward to this Friday, where it's the Christmas light-up event. Bridgnorth's Christmas illuminations are turning on.
Bridgnorth Christmas Lights.
Christmas lights.
I do like Christmas lights. I don't think there are many people that don't like Christmas lights.
This is the second time that they've done an event like this.
Only the second?
Yeah, they last year they put it all together with a bit of a stage.
The
official countdown and a fun fair, John.
You get a countdown and a fun fair. Oh yeah, you went to the fun fair last year.
Fun fair was amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, even at 21, 22 years old, it's still amazing.
Fun fair and endless pubs that are available in Bridgnorth, John.
Of course there are. Anyone who lives in Bridgnorth knows that we've got a pretty endless supply of pubs.
Please do drink responsibly.
Yeah, drink very responsibly.
But there's a lot more happening at the Light Switch On this year than there was last year, and we're going to find out a bit more about that in our What's On Bridgnorth section with Lois Downes.
Another a cappella harmony.
I know, we're getting good at those.
We're getting damn good at those.
Bridgnorth are getting pretty big with their events, aren't they, John? You know, we've got the Music and Arts Festival, the Children's Festival, Food Fair, plenty of things that happen throughout the year. Yeah. And we've just heard that the Carnival is coming back.
The Carnival is being revived, yes. It hasn't happened for over 20 years,
20 years.
20 years. So that's going to be good to get back.
They're thinking of holding it on May 26th, 2013. It's a long way away.
It's a long way away. I'm sure we'll be covering that in May.
In May,
yeah. In the What's On Bridgnorth section. I'm sure that'll be covered then.
The organisers haven't really revealed many plans, but they've approached Kev the Clip's van, which has gone pretty viral in
for the Carnival.
Recently. Yeah.
Is he potentially involved in the Christmas lights?
There's an event currently on Facebook actually for supporting Kev the Clip van.
You're a bit of an enthusiast about his van, aren't you?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You've got a picture of yourself with his van that you're pretty proud of.
I came across his van outside the George, and he's like a celebrity in Bridgnorth now. He's got a calendar and everything.
He's got a calendar?
Yeah, there is a calendar. You have to
know what to get you for Christmas.
You have to go on the page. If you search Kev the Clips camper van on Facebook, there's an official page.
So he's going into the Carnival anyway.
He's going into the Carnival. Yeah. He should be leading it, John. Come on.
Leading the Carnival. What? He's going to make the van an amphibious van.
Thus presuming it doesn't fail its MOT and get written off by then. Because
part of the Carnival is going to be on the river, isn't it? Inspired by the Jubilee earlier this year.
Apparently it was axed actually 20 years ago due to lack of interest.
Lack of interest? Let's generate interest.
Got to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, John, there's a lot of buzz happening in Bridgnorth at the moment, isn't there?
There is a buzz going around in Bridgnorth, and it's got beer. A beer buzz.
It's people from the Hare and Hounds at Berners Hill, and they're taking their mobile beer mobile.
Yeah. Oh, beer mobile.
Yeah, it's a great name. They call it Beer Buzz, though. They got their idea in Paris on their honeymoon, where they converted a 20-year-old Volkswagen camper van into a mobile beer-mobile.
It's fantastic.
Apparently it took them 5 months.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's going to take a hell of a lot of kitting out, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of money thrown at that.
What's on Bridgnorth with Lois Downes? Brought to you by technotic.co.uk.
So, Lois, this weekend's looking quite festive, isn't it?
It is. We have the Bridgnorth Christmas Light Up.
So when does that all kick off?
Well, it starts on Friday the 23rd of November, so this Friday, and it's from 4 till 9 o'clock.
What time do the lights actually switch on?
Well, Bridgnorth is going to be all lit up by 6:30.
That's quite early, isn't it?
It is.
Now, there's a lot of rumour and speculation as to who's actually flicking the switch. You know, there's a rumour that Kev the Clip's flowery camper van is going to be flicking the switch, as well as numerous celebrity hoaxes. Can you confirm who's actually flicking the switch?
Well, it's going to be Mr. Norman Cottrell, the Bridgnorth town mayor.
I look forward to it. Now, apart from the Christmas light switch on itself, what else can we look forward to?
Well, as with every other year's switch on, we have the fun fair returning. We also have a talent showcase of many of the musical talents around Bridgnorth. Pandora's Puppets, Dan and I, shall be amongst other acts performing just shortly before the Christmas light switch on. I also have to stress that the road shall be closed from 1 o'clock in the afternoon right through till 10 o'clock at night.
Don't go driving through town.
Please don't. Okay, so the music scene on Friday night is looking quite promising, Dan. We have Urban Stew playing at the Bell and Talbot, the Moonshine Runners playing at the Bear Inn, and we have Ree Moore playing at Gabrielle's Wine Bar. All 3 acts start at 9 o'clock, so take your pick, you know.
Plenty to choose from this weekend.
There are. We do have one act playing at Peepo's, Mike Holloway. He starts at 8:30.
So after I've got myself all in the festive spirit on Friday night, what's happening on Saturday?
Okay, so the music scene on Saturday night is looking really promising again. We have 3 bands playing at various venues around town. We have Lost the Plot playing at the Bell and Talbot, Black Country Rock at the Bear Inn, and we have Mock Rockers at the Black Boy, and they all start at 9:30.
So what's happening on Sunday?
Well, as you all know, Bridgnorth Music and Arts Festival graced us with its presence for the 7th year running during August and September this year, and Sunday evening is host to the celebration of that festival.
So I hear there'll be a lot of photography being showcased there.
Indeed, there will be. Ultimately, it is being advertised as a photography exhibition. However, there is some music incorporated into it from Illicit Disco and Pandora's Puppets.
When does it all kick off?
It all starts at 6:30 at the Stable Bar and the King's Head.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good, good. Well, we also have Ben Webb playing at the Bell and Talbot on Sunday evening as well, and he starts at 9:30.
Cheers for that, Lois. Hope you have a great weekend.
And you.
What's on Bridgnorth with Lois Downes? Brought to you by technotic.co.uk.
So earlier today we contacted Graham Clews, most famous for the Graham Clews Band,
Thunder Days,
Moonshine Runners,
and his solo work.
Yeah, he goes around pubs performing his own material, covers, all sorts of things.
Hello.
Hi Graham, it's Dan and John from the Bridgnorth Pod. How's it going?
Very good, thank you.
What's it like juggling all your musical commitments? Because it sounds like you've got an awful lot on.
Well, it's fun. Can be a bit tiring, but I don't know. It's good for. I like to be playing like heavy rock one night and then sort of country stuff the next night. It keeps things fresh and keeps me on my toes, remembering it all. And I get to play a lot of different instruments as well, especially in Moonshine Runners. You know, I play a bit of drums, mandolin, steel guitar, acoustic guitar, bass. Yeah, it's good fun.
Hi Graham, John here. You've just mentioned you play a lot of instruments. Which is your favourite to play out of all of them?
Well, it's a good question. That is. I suppose it changes. I mean, I play guitar. I have played guitar since I was a little kid. I do kind of get a little bit bored playing guitar all the time. So when I get to play drums and go crazy now and again, I do enjoy that. So probably drums, I'd say.
Graham, how long have you been playing music for? And who inspired you to start exactly?
That's a good question. How many years have I been playing music for? A long time, more than 20 years. When I was a kid, my uncle gave me an old battered guitar that he got, and him and my dad were very much into like Led Zeppelin and Cream and classic rock like that. So that's sort of how I started getting into it, listening to that, and then I sort of wanted to try and emulate that type of stuff and learn to play some guitar solos. So it sort of all started from there, I guess.
Are you quite busy with a lot of gigs then in around local area? Are you not from Bridgnorth, are you? Where are you actually from?
I was born in South Africa.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's true. So I was born in South Africa. My parents are originally from like Albury in the West Midlands, but they moved out to Shropshire. When they came back from South Africa, they decided to buy a house in Shropshire. So I went to school in Bridgnorth, which is why I know loads of people around there, and I lived in Bridgnorth for a while. So it's nice playing to different audiences. I mean, especially in Bridgnorth. I mean, we've got a great following in Bridgnorth, and it's always fun to play there.
How do you prepare for a gig, Graham? Do you have some kind of warm-up routine or some kind of ritual?
How do I prepare for a gig? Driving at high speed, getting there about 5 minutes to go, and constantly getting all my stuff ready.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
No, I don't have any sort of rituals, really. I try and warm my voice up a bit in the car when I'm on my way over. It's not good to sing, without that sort of warming up a little bit.
So you don't get nervous?
No.
That was one of my questions.
No, I don't know.
So how do you relax when you're away from the music?
Well, I like listening to music, watching TV, doing normal stuff, what people do, so...
So Graham, have you actually got any of your own material out there? Has it been published, or is that upcoming?
I did a CD called Songs with Legs a few years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago, that I completed with Leighton on drums from my band, the Graham Clews band. So it's been played on like Radio Shropshire and stuff like that. And I've also strangely been played on a Hawaiian radio station. So it's I've had a few people, a bit of interest from that.
Any more questions, John?
I think I'm out.
There you go. No, it's good, and I think the podcast's a really good idea. So good luck with it.
Oh, cheers!
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for talking to us, Graham, on the Bridgnorth Pod.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No problems.
Cool. Thank you very much. Have a safe journey home, Graham.
Thank you very much.
Drive safe. Cheers.
Yeah, take care.
So we'd like to thank you for listening to this week's edition of the Bridgnorth Pod.
Yes, thank you for listening. Thanks to Graham Clews for giving us
Cheers, Graham.
an interview. And thanks to Lois with the What's On.
Oh, thanks, Lois.
It's fast becoming my favourite bit. In next week's edition of the Bridgnorth Pod, we've got Johnny from Fight the Bear talking to us. He's agreed to give us an interview. He'll talk to us about Fight the Bear's new album.
And if you'd like to get in touch and get involved with the Bridgnorth Pod, here's how.
Contact the studio, join the discussion, tweet us at Bridgnorth Pod, or visit us at thebridgnorthpod.co.uk.
So check it out next week. I've been John Garbett.
I've been Dan Bradley.
And I've been Lois Downes.
And thank you for listening.